Hi Floss Tube, my name's Sherry, and after watching your videos for roughly about a year now, I thought I'd give it a go myself after I think my boyfriend kind of had enough of watching them with me and he was like, oh, you should do that. Yeah, you should go into the spare room and do that. So here I am. Only not in the spare room, I'm in the living room. I'm sorry about the big glare behind me, it's the patio doors. Okay, so my name's Sherry, I'm 30 and I've been stitching for about 25 years. I live in Essex. It's alright, it's nothing like the TV show. Seriously, it's nothing like that. I mean, you go to some areas and you kind of get like the orange people, but yeah, most people are nothing like that at all. And that's the first thing people say. I used to live in Hereford about 2 years ago, and I went with one boyfriend, came back in March with a different boyfriend. But this is it now. Michael is it. I can't be doing with any more now. It's yeah. So he hasn't got much choice. So, and that's the first thing people used to say. You say, oh, where'd you come from? Essex. Oh yeah, Essex girl. No, it's not funny anymore. Okay, it's just not. So yeah, so stitching for about 25 years. I apologise if this video kind of jumps backwards and forwards. I apologise if you see me keep looking away. My kitten is there, and she's kind of just padding on this blue throw and hunching her back while doing it, and she looks a little bit funny. So I started off with a tapestry, back to the stitching, a little tapestry of a dog when I was about 5, and then I did some long stitch, I remember that. I must have it somewhere because I wouldn't have thrown it away, of a little dragon that I remember my nan's cousin bought me, Auntie Lily. And then I had a long stitch of Winnie the Pooh and then one of Tigger, little kind of square kits. Sorry, 1 year for Christmas. I'm pretty sure I still got those somewhere. And then I started off with 2 big Winnie the Pooh cross stitches, and I remember them. It's kind of like the first cross stitches I remember doing, but I was about 13 at the time, and it seemed like a big kit to kind of start off with. So I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to go back to my mum, because my mum cross stitched at the time, and both my aunts cross stitched at the time. So I'd imagine one of them kind of taught me, but I don't remember a time not cross stitching. So I don't know what I did in between the long stitch and the cross stitch. I wonder, maybe I did a little one, I don't know, but I don't remember doing anything. I just remember a time not stitching. And it's the only hobby that has kind of really stuck. I just love anything stitchy, anything fabric, anything like that. We recently went to Rome with me and my stepsister last summer, and we went to the Vatican, and we were really lucky, and we saw all their tapestries, and you know, you're walking around and it is beautiful. I mean, the paintings, the murals on the walls are just amazing. That's my kind of art, you know. I can't be doing with this abstract, you know, a white canvas with like a red circle in it or something, you know. Art should be art. It should be, you know, it should look like something. And they were stunning. But as soon as we got to that hall with those tapestries in, that was it. You know, like my little art starts going, and you kind of, maybe because we stitch, you kind of appreciate the work that goes into it. But I love it anyway. I recently completed a patchwork course, quilting course as well, last summer. And really enjoyed it. My mum bought me a sewing machine, and I did like a wall hanging, and I really liked that, and that kind of got you into the technique of and getting used to the sewing machine. And then I did a Christmas kind of, not a quilt, maybe like a throw, something you would just put over the back of the sofa. 1 moment please. I'm sorry, tea, I've got to have my tea. And loved that. but I haven't finished it off. I need to do the binding round the end, but it's especially hard. One thing I found since having a kitten is that it's hard. It's even hard to cross stitch, because I used to be able to sit there for hours at a time, and now barely 10 minutes and she's sitting in my lap, or trying to chase the threads as I pull them through. So it's, you know, I don't get a lot of time to stitch because of work. I work in retail, and I'm kind of, if I'm on an early shift, then I'm finishing at 4 in the afternoon, which is fine. And then if I'm on a late shift though, I start at 11. So by the time you actually get up, shower, do laundry, you know, wash up and stuff like that, don't really get time to stitch then. And then I don't get home till about 9. And then you're usually on another early then after the late, which means I'm up at 5, so I don't get to stitch then. My days off at the moment seem to be pretty busy, so I'm off today. It's my dad's birthday, so we're going around there. I'm going to spend the day with them and my sister-in-law and my new nephew, who I love, and he is, he must be coming out to about 5 months old. 6 months old. 6 months old on the 18th of October. And I love him to bits. It's a little boy. I can't wait till he gets older. I can start playing with his toys and he starts getting decent toys. And both me and my brother are like big Lego fans. So I can't wait until he gets his first Lego set. And I'm sure me and my brother will be like, it's alright, Irene, we'll just build you something first and you can come and play after. You know. But yeah, I can't wait. I love them to bits. Absolutely love them to bits. So a lot of my days off kind of are spent around the family, or kind of trying to go swimming now more with my nephew and my sister-in-law. We're going on holiday in January, me and Michael, our first holiday together, and we're going to Mexico. And some of the excursions that you can do would be swimming with dolphins, swimming with the whale sharks, which I would love to do, kind of do the snorkeling, I think it is. But although I can swim, I'm not very confident in the water, so I'm trying to go swimming now and build up my confidence. Which sounds really odd, but like I hadn't been swimming since school, and that's probably about 15 years ago. I actually went swimming. I hated it. I just I don't like my head going underwater and stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah, that's my stitching. I really enjoyed these videos. I find that these videos, when I do get, okay, that's my kitten. She has absolutely no respect for trying to make a video. But I find when I do get time to stitch, it's, you know, watching these videos have really, ouch, kind of helping me keep my stitching bug. So those that follow me on Instagram know that I'm doing a baby sampler at the minute, and I've just currently switched over to a wedding sampler. And I've definitely decided that next year I'm going to make it more about me. Which sounds really selfish, but when I actually look around my house, all I've got is one cross stitch of two I love it. It's got 2 bears on it. I think it was a Dimensions kit that's on my dining room wall. And that's it. That's the only one I've got up. And you know, my dad has one as a wedding sampler. His wife has one. My stepsister has one. My mum has one. My nana has one. My granddad has one. You know, my nephew's gonna have one. My brother's gonna have one. And it's like, well, my friend has got, my best friend, I've just realised she's got one. And I've got others that I finished but haven't framed. So I definitely now want to start getting them framed and start doing more for me, some more stitching. So thanks to, I was watching Pam's videos, Pam Reed, I hope I've said that right. She bought from Cloud Factory the Doctor Who cross stitches. And it's got like the 13 Doctors and then the TARDIS, which I don't know if I'm being dumb, but I didn't actually know that Doctor Who was kind of big out there. I don't know, I don't watch it, so I had no idea what kind of following that it has or anything like that, so I was actually really surprised. But during it, she said that she would stitch the Ghostbusters one. Well, that was it. My head sprung up from across stitch to the screen. I love Ghostbusters. And I don't know if you can see there, there's kind of like a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And you press it and it starts saying Ghostbusters. And I kind of have a Stay Puft hoodie on. I've got Ecto 1 in the Lego. For my 30th birthday, I had a fancy dress party and went as a Ghostbuster, and I bought off of eBay, which I love. It cost me like £40. But the original Proton pack, and it has the foam with it that you turn the handle, and the ghost catcher, and like the little meter, the Egon. I love it. So when I saw them, I was like, well, that is it. And I saw Clouds Factory a while ago. I was watching Mrs. Milky Bar Kids Funds, and I think it was like authors that she done, but I think they were like Dickens and stuff like that. And I love to read, I absolutely love to read, but mainly crime books. I absolutely love Karen Slaughter. If anyone loves crime books and you've not discovered Karen Slaughter, definitely go for that one. Start off at the beginning, which I think is called Blindsided. I think she's probably on maybe the 13th or 14th book now. But I just love them. I can't recommend them enough. I forgot what I was going to say now. I was talking about crime. Oh yeah. But yeah, as much as I love the authors, sorry, just mine went blank then. You know, I don't read any of the classic stuff like that. I tried reading Lord of the Rings because I love those films as well. But I read The Hobbit, loved it. Started reading The Lord of the Rings, and I read it for a week, and I was still in the Shire, and I was like, Jesus, like, this is long. And I knew it was long, but I was reading it on my Kindle, and I guess you don't realise how long it is, and you don't, you know, the little bar doesn't really go up that much very quickly. So I definitely would like to read Lord of the Rings again. But it's long. You know, I love the films. I absolutely love the films. And I really wanted to learn more about... My dad said this morning there about the wizards and stuff like that. And sort of explains more of the different colours and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress. Going back to Cloud Factory. So when I saw that the Doctor Who ones, and then Pam said about the Ghostbuster ones, you know, straight away I was on there. Excuse me. I have a bit of a blocked nose, so I'm sorry if I sound a bit bunged up. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if I got a cold coming or what. And then I started going through them all. And what turned into just getting the Ghostbuster one kind of turned into getting Gremlins, and I bought a Back to the Future one. I'm not overly keen on those films, but my stepsister is. So I think I got that one. It's got Marty, Doc, and then I think it's got the DeLorean. I can't remember if it's got like Back to the Future written on it. I can't remember. And then I bought it was about 5 Ghostbusters, Gremlins, Back to the Future. Then I bought the Beauty and the Beast ones. I love that film. I love Disney. Absolutely classic Disney though. Not that I don't love the new kind of Pixar stuff, but I love classic Disney. And then I bought the Lady and the Tramp ones as well, which I love. And then I bought them all, and also you download them, so they will kind of be the first ones that I'll be doing from my iPad as well. I've never done like a digital chart. I've always done paper, and I mean, I'm guessing that'll be okay. As I've work out, the longer I've been stitching, kind of like with these new ones I've been doing, the samplers, I don't really mark the charts that much. And I guess the Cloud Factory ones are not kind of nice little small people that you don't, and I wouldn't have to worry about marking it. I know that you can download them into other programs and stuff like that, but I don't know, I think I kind of like having a paper chart. It's kind of like, I love my Kindle, but you can't beat a book. And I think that would be the same. The good thing is I don't have much storage space, and I'm guessing I would probably now be more inclined to perhaps download a chart and then print it off, and then I've always got a copy. But I don't know if I would work off my iPad. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I got those, and now I'm a little bit torn because I'm not overly keen on the Ghostbuster one. Like, I like it, but I think the suits, and I don't know, Pam said she was going to she was going to stitch the Ghostbuster one as well, and I don't know whether she found the same, but the suits that they're wearing in the picture don't look like a very dissimilar colour to actually their skin. So I think I'll have to have a look at the threads and see how similar they are, and I think I might maybe just make the suits maybe a shade or two darker. I don't, because they did, to me on the picture they almost, like from afar, would just look like 4 little blobs, and I really don't want that. So I would like it to stand out a little bit more. So I think I might do that. I apologise for sniffing again. I've got a blocked nose. I don't know what's going on. But then after seeing Lady and the Tramp and Beauty and the Beast, I was like, oh, I wonder if they've got Lady and the Tramp. Not Lady and the Tramp, sorry, The Little Mermaid. And they're kind of like my three favourite Disneys. And they have got it. So I'm kind of wondering now, if I get Little Mermaid, whether to do those 3 kind of on one piece of fabric and one above the other. But they don't have the same amount of characters in them. They're all different lengths. So, like, The Little Mermaid has Sebastian and Flounder together on one, kind of really little. But I thought I could just move one, because they're kind of facing each other. So I could just perhaps have, like, Sebastian one end and Flounder at the other, kind of looking in at each other, and then have the characters in between. But I don't know, or whether just to do them separate, maybe kind of do them on the same fabric, and just kind of frame them separately, but having one above the other. So I don't know. I did look at the they do a Disney alphabet one, but I wasn't too keen on that. I apologise. My nail varnish. Yeah. So yeah, I don't quite know what to do with them. So any suggestions if people have done them, what they would do. So I'll go on to my whips. So I've got 2 at the moment, and I'm getting a little bit bored with them, and I think this is why next year I need to do more for me. So I want to get these 2 done for Christmas. So I'll show you the wedding sampler first. I'll show you my my little needle book I made. So I did loads of cards and stuff like that, little the cover kits that come with magazines. And I just had them all laying about. And I was watching Mrs. Milky Bar Kids videos, and she does kind of loads of stuff with hers and cushions and stuff like that. And I kind of didn't really feel brave enough to be able to do a cushion, so I thought, I saw this little book and I have loads of wadding and stuff, so I thought I'd do it. So this is my fabric, all left over from my quilting classes, and some pins, just because they're all different colours and the colours kind of match the fabric. There's no particular reason. I have got like scissors that do like a zigzag. Is that what that's Belle. No, go away. Go that way. Sorry about that. And I was going to do it down there, but I just haven't. And then I keep my needle, and then the needle I'm using, I put it down like that instead of vertical instead of vertical. I put it horizontal, just so I know which one I'm using. So yeah, so I was very proud of that. It's got a little different colour spine, but anyway, these buttons, I've been after these buttons for such a long time. My nan, I don't know what it is. I have this thing. I like going through the button jar and just organising it. And it was like a big, tall celebrations tin and Quality Street. and she has 2 of these tins just full of buttons, and she finally said I could have them, and I was like so excited. So it's kind of like I got to dig it all out, just tip it up and like rummage through it and try and find buttons that I thought would go with it. And so anyway, so my floss, I do bobbins if I'm just buying skeins. But if it's from a kit, I tend just to keep it on these cards and write the symbols on. I find that works for me. It doesn't. I don't have any hassle. You can see the threads aren't particularly long, so they don't get tangled up. You know, I find it's all right. It doesn't bother me really. I will start doing more charts though and making up my own. I've sorry, quite a bit of fabric. I don't know if it'll be the right size to do some of the charts, but so, and then I've got all the bobbins, so it's a bit of fabric. I can't show you a picture because I haven't actually got it. I don't know why. I haven't done this one for a while, and I just realised my stitching is not actually in there either. It's on the hoop, which is in my drawer. So I'll go and get that. But oh, sorry, I got an itchy nose. It means you're in for a surprise, doesn't it? Oh. But I don't know where it's gone. But it's called Wedding Couple Sampler, and I'll just get it now. Sorry about that. And I think it's a dimensions kit. So this is on my frame at the minute. So this is kind of what I've done. I do leave it on the hoop. I know a lot of people don't. Whilst I'm stitching on it, like I actually got 12 of these hoops now, the 12-inch ones. So this is the groom here, his hat, and he comes up. And then you kind of get the bride that comes here. And then kind of there's a bit like a bouquet in the middle. And then underneath here will be kind of like the names and the dates. So I'm actually quite enjoying this. It's been a while since I've done it. Because I've been concentrating on the birth sampler. But I did the hat the other night, and I'm quite enjoying it again. So I think I'll do that one for a while. I don't know. I know a lot of people do a rotation, and I don't know, because I don't get to stitch that much. Like I don't really know. If I said, oh, 1 week I work on this, the next week I work on that, I might perhaps only get maybe 2 or 3 stitching evenings. So I wouldn't get an awful lot done, and I think I would kind of end up with maybe 3 or 4 whips going, but not a lot going on with it, so I'm not too sure. But the pink bit, I'll show you. I'd wish now this is the second time that I've had to do this. I had it once before, and I dog sat for one of my friends, and the dogs got a hold of my threads and ran outside with them. Belle, no. And then I think I spilled tea or something over it. So I actually had to start again. So I was in a hurry then to start again. But I wish their colour was purple for the wedding. And I wish I'd done that. The bride is blonde in it, so I will change that to brunette to match my sister-in-law, Lee. So that's fine. And then it's got like little hearts going around it. That's right, so the birth sampler that I'm doing for my nephew is a dimensions kit as well, and it's called Happy Transport Birth Record. So there we go. It took me quite a while to pick a birth record, and I went with this one because I kind of like the colours on it, and it felt kind of like a little bit more grown up. Like he would be able to have it in his bedroom maybe for slightly longer. it's not kind of too baby. And then he's got like transport and that on his wallpaper, kind of like buses and taxis and stuff like that. So I kind of thought that would be a good idea. And it's got animals in it, and I love animals. So yeah. So where I am with that, I will show you. This one I have taken off, and I've actually started rolling it as well to try and to save it. So there we go. So I got all excited because on I think it was on Instagram, or I do a Facebook page called Craft Corner as well, and I think maybe I'll put a picture on there. But I said, oh, finally I finished this bottom half. So I finished. This was all half stitch, and you can see the threads actually, can't you? Through it. Oh, it's quite bad. And I move on to then this green bit here. Then while I was doing this green bit, I actually realised that I've got to do it. It's like another green band down the bottom here. So I haven't quite finished it. Or finished that bottom bit. So, yeah. But I do like it. But I will be glad when these two have done. They've been working on them a long time. And the speed that some people stitch at is amazing. But I just can't. I'm just a slow stitcher. I always stitch while I'm watching telly as well, which doesn't help. I've always got Netflix or a film on. I love Netflix. At the minute I'm watching Charmed, which I love. And I'm up to the last season as well. And I don't want to watch it because I've not got that many episodes left. I don't want it to end. But I just love it. So yeah, so that's my whips. Enjoying them both, but we'll be glad when they're over. I'm really looking forward to starting the Cloud Factory ones. I can't wait. And if I can get these done before Christmas, I might even start them, or I might have a break and just start afresh in the new year. I said we're going to Mexico, so I want to take the Cloud Factory ones to Mexico with me. One of them anyway. Because they're nice and small, so I can just take a small little hoop and mow by the pool or something. I was hoping I could take them on the plane, because I was watching Caroline's video, and she said when she went and she took nail clippers, and I went in to pay my balance, and I said about wanting to take a cross stitch, and I know I'm not allowed to take scissors, and she said, oh, you're not allowed to take needles either, and I was like, oh, well, that's not really helpful. Kind of can't cross stitch without a needle, so it's going to make it a bit more difficult. I've also got here, which I'll show you, and I use it sometimes, it's my little owl pin cushion, and they're really easy to make. I was thinking about maybe starting up a like a patchwork business, kind of working from home, and try and get to the point that maybe I could do part-time this and part-time my retail job. But I've just got a new job, hopefully anyway, with Essex Police, doing the 999 course and training then on to do like dispatch and stuff. So really looking forward to that. Really is something that I am super interested in. Kind of like that whole crime thing, like I said before, with the books and TV I read. I love a bit of Law and Order. But I'm waiting for my forms, the vetting forms, the police check forms. They've come back and they're just going through them to make a final decision. So, however, it has been about 2 months. So, I'm really hoping I get an email soon. I have chased them, but they've just said, oh, thank you for being patient. Right, I haven't got a choice, really. So, yeah, hopefully. So, I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm going to go around my dad's now. I have to try and find some wrapping paper. I don't think I've got any. I have bought him tickets to go and see Milton Jones on Saturday. He's a comedian, if anyone knows him. He's always on Mock the Week, so he's got the really loud Hawaiian shirts on. I love him. It's so my sense of humour. It's just really simple, like one-liners, quick comedy. I just love it. He's very similar to Stuart Francis, who I think is Canadian, and I love him as well. I've seen him as well, so brilliant. So I'm looking forward to that. and we're all going as well. So my brother, sister-in-law, my dad, his wife, my stepsister, me, and my other half. I think it's been a while since we've had a night out like that. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It'd be nice to spend some time together. But I just bought him a couple of things just to, I would say to open up today, but as I can't find any wrapping paper, maybe take out of a bag. Oh, newspaper. Could I? I don't know. It's not a special birthday. Maybe I could. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know. So yeah, so I hope you like it. You know, leave any comments if I've missed anything out. I don't really understand how these tags work. If someone could explain that. I don't know whether you literally tag someone, like in Facebook or something. I don't know. I don't quite know how it works. And I've recently enjoyed Stitch Mania as well, and I'm loving that on Facebook as well. And I would just like to say thank you to Katie, the Stash Queen, who very kindly, when I had trouble trying to upload my first video, she let me ask her some questions, and she kind of set my mind at ease. And I was going to give up, and then I thought, no, I'll do this. I'll try again. So I just want to say thank you to her as well. So thank you. And hopefully I'll see you all soon. I think my next video I'll go through my finishes, and then maybe like a whip update if I can get much done. But I am quite a slow stitcher. I hope not to be. It's one of the good things about if I get this new job, then it'll be 6 days on and then 3 days off together. So like at the minute I got Thursday off and then I got Sunday off, and it's not that common that I get 2 days off together, which makes it hard because all your housework and stuff needs to be done on those days off. You don't then get your second day off to relax, because by your next day off more housework needs doing. So yeah, life of retail, cannot wait to get out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you and say bye.